I think it's very hard for the Chequers plan to get through Parliament because it's not leaving the European Union. That's the key. We would remain subject to the Common Rule Book, which is the acquis communautaire. It's Europe's rules, not ours, and they're adjudicated upon by the European Court of Justice, so it's not leaving. Canada, or Canada Plus, or Super Canada, is a real opportunity, and it's very interesting listening to what the Chancellor was saying on the Today programme this morning. He was saying the obstacle is the Irish border, and the ERG, which I chair, put forward a paper explaining how you deal with the Irish border question. So the government should focus its negotiating power on dealing with the Irish border, not on the Chequers plan, which the EU has rejected.
Is it time for someone else to lead the party, to lead the country, sir, in these negotiations?
No, I think it's right that the Prime Minister should stay, but the policy should change. The Prime Minister really needs to go back to her Lancaster House speech. That set out a policy that everybody could rally around, had wide support across the country, and should chuck Chequers.
And finally, sir, do you believe that the EU, given the aftermath of Salzburg, is entering negotiations or continuing negotiations in the right spirit, sir? Or actually do you think that things have taken a turn for the worse in the European attitude from Mr Barnier, Mr Tusk and others in the negotiations?
Well, to be fair to Mr Barnier, he was absolutely clear that Chequers had major parts that didn't work. The Common Rule Book and the customs arrangement were things that he had said were impossible from the EU's point of view some time ago. And I think he's been absolutely clear. And your interlocutors in a negotiation are allowed to be tough. The EU is being tough, and in return we should be tough.
And finally, if she does reach a deal based something along the lines of Chequers, you and the group you represent, the ERG, you would almost certainly vote against it, sir?
If it's Chequers, I will vote against it, and so will many members of the ERG, yes.
And that will potentially bring down the government?
No, it won't, because of the Fixed Term Parliament Act, so it's not as it used to be. Fixed Term Parliament Act means the government only goes if it loses a specifically worded vote of confidence, and in a vote of confidence, in those terms, I would support the government.
And you don't see Chequers' plan turning into a vote of confidence for the Prime Minister, or her turning it into one?
She can't under the current laws. That's the important thing about the Fixed Term Parliament Act. It doesn't give the Prime Minister the ability to say, I'm making this vote a confidence vote. It has to be on the specific wording of the Act.
And you don't believe that the current debate in the Conservative Party will potentially open the door to Mr Corbyn forming a government?
No, I don't. There won't be an election until 2022, by which time Brexit will have happened, and we will unite on all the many, many things that Conservatives agree on and have a booming economy if we make the right economic choices.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.